But speaking of not high value,
Oh
Houston
man.
prosecutors clarify that Lil Cam Fifth is not a suspect in Takeoff's murder investigation despite his recent arrest on felony gun possession. We are continuing our investigation into the death of Takeoff. So
I
they
mean,
cleared this man of his name.
they cleared him of his name, but I mean, he's still in jail because he's a felon with a
I don't know
gun.
who he is. I saw that he was arrested for it. I'm like, oh, I wonder if he did it. And now they're saying, no, it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. I mean, he's one of the shooters, but he's not the shooter. Because I mean, if you didn't know, November 1st, the world took a tragic hit to the heart. Our dog Takeoff, the best Migo, got taken out. But
Taken out.
they took him out the
Lost his
game.
life.
Lost his life. It was like random. I mean, it's like a random thing, and I was always wondering like
This
this
was one
had to
of the
get
most
people had to get
random.
caught because it was cameras everywhere. You in
Yeah.
a bowling alley in the middle of like it was a mall or something like that,
Yeah.
and so you're gonna get caught. And they're saying that besides Takeoff getting shot, it was one of the another person of the Migo group got shot, and then a lady got shot in the head.
The lady
So,
got shot in
so
the
a lady
head.
got shot in the head, but she lived. She lived. The other person lived.
She got wooskied.
Yeah, basically she a dolphin.
Oh my god, poor lady.
But so he's one of the people that they caught Cam. He's one of the people that shot. And at first, when they dropped this news, like everybody thought, "Oh, he's the main killer. He's the main killer." And I was like, "This ain't right." You know what I mean? We've been seeing a guy with an orange jacket. He don't even look like he got an orange jacket.
Didn't DJ Academics and his crew like figure out what's going on
They
here?
broke it down. Like everybody broke it down, and everybody was getting on him. But I mean, but then a couple days later, the real news came out. The real killer came out. Looks like the alleged murderer, Mr. Pat, DJ Pat, actually did it. And
That's
he
what they say allegedly.
allegedly, but at first when they said this, I was like, man, it's probably just another one of them, like another one of these like internet things that's going around. They just blaming people, picking random people. But once the Houston police came out and did a video on it, I was like, this got to be real. Let's see what he had to say.
So, yesterday evening, we arrested Patrick Xavier Brown, 33 years old. He was charged with the murder of Takeoff. Brown was arrested again yesterday evening in the 14700 block of Sterling Green Boulevard. It's located on the east side of Texas. I'm sorry, of Houston. Again, Cameron Joshua, 22 years old, was arrested on November the 22nd for felon in possession of a weapon.
That's crazy. Imagine getting locked up 3 days before Thanksgiving.
Oh, and didn't they say this dude was like trying to take off and leave, and he had
Yeah.
a passport, and he was trying to get the heck out of there?
That's what makes it. Yeah. He was trying. Yeah, he had a passport and everything. So basically,
He had pulled out a bunch of
it
money,
didn't make any sense. So they caught Cam.
trying to flee the country.
Cam was the one with the dread.
Oh
the
no,
hair.
sorry, not Cam.
They caught
DJ
Cam.
Pat.
Then a few days later, they caught Pat, and then everybody started saying like, "Oh, Cam must have snitched. Somebody snitched." So I mean, but then news came out that Pat, he filed a motion to get an emergency passport,
Yup.
and then on top of that, they caught him with a whole bunch of cash. They say he emptied his whole bank account, and he was trying to flee to Mexico. Why was he trying to flee Mexico? I don't know, man.
Was it Mexico?
Yeah,
I thought it
Cancun,
was.
Mexico.
Oh.
Same thing.
Yeah, no, Cancun is Mexico, but I thought it was maybe somewhere else. But that's crazy that he was trying to go there.
I mean,
I'm out of here.
with things like this, like when it's like a random shooting, I knew he had to get caught. And what people are saying is, they say he might beat the case.
Oh, didn't they say he already beat a case?
Yeah, and also yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that. See, in 2018, DJ Pat was a suspect in a nightclub shooting that left a man in his 50s. Why is a man in his 50s at a nightclub?
Because he didn't know when to hang it up.
That's messed up. Pat walked free after a grand jury found there wasn't enough evidence to indict. And that'd be the thing about people. Like some people, like you think murder, people is an automatic open and close case. There's a whole bunch of people around, but there's so many things you can do just to get away with it. Like they can't find a gun, you get away with the murder, or like nobody wants to come forth and say anything.
I saw this one dude from Chicago. I won't say his name, but he beat a quadruple murder case, and it wasn't because it wasn't him. It was because the cops violated his rights by getting the evidence, so they had to dismiss the case regardless if it was most likely pretty much him. So I mean, you can even beat a quadruple murder if the cops are too thirsty to get you.
That's correct.
Sometimes stuff like that happens.
And then on top of that, here it is. They got, so once you know, if you don't know about jail, once you get arrested, they give you a day and like they give you like a little pre-morning hearing, just a bond state hearing, just to know if you got a bond, how much it is. They tell you about your charges, what you're getting charged with, and we got video of it.
And then when do they give you the soap?
You get the soap. I mean, he has soap already. He's already dressed out, so he already has the soap.
And did you drop the soap?
I mean, you in the bathroom by yourself. This ain't 1976, Gavin. This ain't no group shower.
I don't know. I ain't never been caught at nothing. I'm a good Christian boy.
God. Let's see what he's talking about. He's like, I'm a good Christian
We have
boy.
breaking news for you now. The suspect charged in the killing of Atlanta rapper Takeoff is making his first appearance in a Houston courtroom right now. Police say 33-year-old Patrick Xavier Clark was the triggerman in the death of the Migos rapper. We'll, of course, keep you updated on what the judge has to say about bond later on tonight. Meanwhile, tonight, court documents show Clark applied for an expedited passport shortly after the shooting and said he was going to Mexico. Clark had the passport and a large amount of cash when he was arrested Thursday.
He knew he did it. That looks bad. That looks really bad.
Yeah, exactly. That looks real. You look real guilty. Like you should have just stayed. You should have just drove. You should have just drove to Jamaica.
Still need a passport. Still need it.
For real?
If you're driving, you still got to go through the gates, fool.
Got a point, Dad. Got a point.
When you fly over the gates, and then when you get there, before you're even allowed to get on the plane, they check your stuff.
I don't know what he should have did. He should have swam to Jamaica.
But allegedly, people are saying that it was not this man, that they are just putting this murder on this man
They're saying it's a setup.
hide the real person that did it. And they say he's a businessman, not a murderer of Takeoff. The narratives are false. And there's a picture of him in a suit, and they're saying he's innocent.
Do you believe it?
And Free DJ Pat campaign has started in Texas. And that's for the people that believe he's innocent.
I mean,
I really don't know. You know, it was one of those things. You have to be there. Probably only the people there know what really happened. But I wonder if it was even like two dudes that like got who shot first.
And that's the thing. Like
this is like the Civil War when we fought England.
What they're saying is
shot first.
They don't know who shot first, but they're saying that he's the one that he's the one that shot his gun and it hit Takeoff in the back of the head.
You said what?
He's the one that shot the gun and hit Takeoff in the back of the head. But I mean, like with this whole situation, like you know how it goes in club. Like you know, you go to clubs and the clubs.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it's hard to do this stuff when it's like people are just pulling out weapons and then people are getting randomly hit in the line of fire. Like they probably didn't even mean to get Takeoff like that.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you know, it was a mistake. It was an accident. Like this wasn't like people at first. People was like, oh, it was a setup. Takeoff got set up by Quavo and all this other stuff. It's Illuminati.
No.
But no, it's not Illuminati. It's like it's basically like some basic some black people ish. Like you know, it's a club. They let out the club. Somebody shoot out, and somebody shoots up in the air for some random reason. Then everybody just scatters out, and it's just like random stuff happens, like a fire drill.
That's why if you're rich, I would just stay to myself, or to go to parties where I can fly all my friends out. Let's all go to Cancun. I don't need to hang out with randoms. Because when you hang out with randoms, random things happen.
But I mean, this is sad. I'm kind of done with this. But I mean, it's still more to come. They still got. It's more than two shooters. They say it's like what 3 or 4. It's like 2 or 3 other people out there they finna get. There's more arrests coming. Stay tuned. You know, TFTC gonna say